piece called Proper Grammar. Dysthymia is what the doctor said I had. Said I would feel this way until I went on medication. Said that some people never know they even have it. They just think that life is extremely difficult. Said that dysthymia is a mild form of depression. It's not bad all the time. I have good days, I have bad days. I have days where I want to lock myself in a room and not see anybody. Some days the gray sky ceiling of Vancouver is a mind state I can't get out of. Sometimes my thoughts are the clouds keeping the sun from coming in. Sometimes my dysthymia is too much to deal with. Other times I know I'll be okay. Another thing about dysthymia is how I get locked into a thought, a needle in a record of a song I can't get out of my head. A song that drives me crazy until I hear it again, until I play it just the amount of times till my brain is satisfied. I have no control over it. Sometimes these thoughts last a day, sometimes a week. Days and days where the cloud cover switches between big and pillowy to walls of gray. My family is too preoccupied in their own issues to really notice. When my dad found out what I had, he said I was pampered too much. What you need is discipline, he said. We've been chasing you after a diaper ever since you were born, and now let's catch it. Dad runs those last two words together to show that he's a real people person. Salted the light. Dad went to college. He knows what depression is. But the guys he works with on the job site, they make him not speak correctly. Not like the way I was raised. Proper grammar and punctuation, Mom says. That's what people judge you by. There's something about Dad not belonging, not being comfortable with being in charge of the job site of anything where he has to show people what he knows, so he pretends. Dad tries on a personality that just doesn't fit, but he wears it every day regardless. My dad, in his fancy engineering degree, can't seem to figure out the balance that most people do. Dad, the people person. My dad, who drinks beers with his co-workers at the bar down the street from the job site after work when he's a wine drinker. The same dad who pushes his classical record collection back in favor of the rock and roll he hasn't listened to since high school when he was a loner studying physics. Mom and all the sunlight she used to have gets covered up by the cloud cover by my dysthymia and the double-brain ache of reality. But she wasn't always like that. Before she came home every day with a gray-looking skin after spending 8 hours under 2 massive fluorescent lights, before the endless depressing phone calls, she was bright. This was before 6 years of social work sapped all that warm out of her. Sometimes I get stuck on what she used to be like. My dysthymia plays these memories back to me on a steady loop. An afternoon of my 8th birthday repeated on a 45 record. Mom with her long hair lighting candles on cupcakes, Dad playing ukulele. Mom with her flowery skirt and smiles. Dysthymia does that. It makes you focus clear and hard on something. And these days, the gray and the questions of who my parents are turning into and how do I fit in are all I can ask over and over and over. What's the word Mom always uses? Exacerbate. I looked it up. It's a verb. It means to make a problem or bad situation or negative feeling worse. Exacerbate, as in dysthymia exacerbates depression. Dysthymia, depression, exacerbate. Proper grammar and punctuation. That's what people judge by. I know all this and still I don't go on medication. My friend Tommy went on medication. Prozac, lithium, NAOI inhibitors, they all do the same thing. Life without the ups and downs. You lose the lows, but you also lose the highs too. I'm at the dinner table waiting for a dinner that will not come, with my mom still under those twin fluorescent boxes and Dad making fake cat calls to women walking by his job site, drinking beer when only wine would do. I've seen the therapist. I've got the prescription in my hand, norpramine, an antidepressant. Maybe a prescription is currency. Maybe I'll do something else with it. A forged signature, a healthy dose of vitamin C. A little bit of what Mom used to have. Sunshine. A big shot of it in my arm, right under my shoulder. Maybe that's what I need, a little inward sun. My doctor's handwriting is illegible. How would they even know if it was altered? They still don't use computers down at the pharmacy down the street from my house. I could walk down to the store in the corner with the prescription in my hand. I could write it out for inward sun. Use the essential vitamins God gave us to make us better people. Lose the lows, but also lose the highs too. Maybe we're all working hard to be someone we're not. Me, my trying too hard to be the man of the people Dad, my well-meaning social worker Mom trying to keep her inward son and losing after a hard day of crack addicts and homeless people. I see the way her brow gets more embedded into her head, the wrinkles, cracks, and fissures from all she sees throughout her day. Maybe a little inward sun would do her some good too. Dad could use enough sun to make him shelve the rock and roll, quit the construction business, and go back to being his normal engineered self. Inward sun, norpramine. That morning on the way to the pharmacy, the way the sun hits my chin is like the first day of summer, wall-to-wall blue sky, inner sun and warmth on my face. The little bell that goes off when I walk into the pharmacy, the lady with glasses and the long white coat almost smiling. I hand her the prescription with my doctor's real signature right next to my invitation. She drops 2 sets of pills into 2 little bottles, take 4 times a day with water. Inward Sun is the big letter N emblazoned on the pill, Norpamine. You lose the lows, but you also lose the highs too.